Blame Truth here, and I want to ask you guys if you could please like this video or dislike it if you're a hater, that's fine too. I just want this video to get seen. The more engagement, the more it gets seen, because I want you guys to know the truth. That's always been my #1 priority here on this channel, and I don't think you guys were told the truth, and it was not by me. Yesterday, Exclusive Ace posted a video debunking a lot of AI bot evidence, only a lot of his debunking was flawed, and I think it was a bit hypocritical to make a video claiming I am spreading misinformation when that video is mostly misinformation. I actually went back and watched his video twice, again, kind of like you watch a movie to pick up on more details, you know? And I also went and watched my videos on the AI bot stuff, and all my bases are covered. I'm sticking with my kind of original defense where every step of the way I corrected myself. If I threw out a guess or a theory that was wrong or whatever, like my goal was to get to the bottom of this, because we have no communication from Activision or the devs. Like everything he covered in his video, I've already covered and I've already corrected, so I don't see why he even made it. It comes across more like a little bit of a personal attack than anything. Watching it again, there's a passive-aggressive tone for sure, and I'm not saying this to stir up any drama or whatever. Like, I urge you to keep things civil, but it's definitely a bit off, and I kind of want to just throw a video like that back a little bit here, because his video is filled with actual things that aren't true. Anyway, it's clear watching his video back a few times and watching my AI bot series back that he simply did not do the proper research before making this video. And maybe it was a personal thing, I don't know, but I need to correct it right now. His tone is that, like, I am saying that these bots are Activision run for sure, 100%, but that's not true. Again, I've repeatedly said, I don't know if these are Activision bots. I think they are. They could be player-controlled bots. They could be bots from some other source. I don't know where they're coming from. It's kind of creepy. And I'll play a clip to prove that from November. Ponder this before I continue here. What if Activision isn't behind these bots? What if it's something else? Yeah. And real quick, here's me completely admitting when I did mess up and correcting myself in a video pertaining to this. Let me just get into this, though. In a previous video, I gave you guys a lot of evidence, but unfortunately, a lot of the evidence I'm collecting can either be disproven because I got something wrong, I'm like one guy trying to find something that's just not supposed to be found, or it could be explained away by just glitches and bugs. You know, these games are glitchy, they're buggy, weird stuff can happen, you could play with like people using Cronus scripts or whatever, all that stuff. It's really hard to prove that someone is a bot when the company isn't telling you, hey, there's bots in multiplayer, and they're not telling us that. That's not the only instance of me saying that, but you get the idea. I don't want to clip every single part of my videos. Again, you can go watch them, but every step of the way, I think I handled it as best I could. There may have been a few things I could have possibly researched better, like the Activision ID number thing, but again, I'm in uncharted territory here. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to find out what's going on with limited resources. At one point, he tells me to Google stuff. A simple Google search would help. Like, what the fuck do I Google to find out why this guy's running around in a lobby all weird? I actually went to Google, and I'm going to show you what I find when I Google, like, questions relating to that. So here we go. Why are there bots in Modern Warfare 3 lobbies? I guess I could have maybe searched multiplayer there, but my Modern Warfare 3 lobby. Oh, I get an answer from someone who's convinced there are AI bots in Modern Warfare 3. Google literally is giving us an answer that's a conspiracy theory, quote unquote. So I'm going to type in now, why is there a guy running in circles in my Modern Warfare 3 lobby? And the same thing, like you get nothing. There's nothing to Google to find this stuff out. The only way I can really find it out, since I don't use it and I don't know about it, is to make a video on it, and then hopefully someone will know what it is. Thankfully, a small portion of my viewers knew what it was. Are these or are these not AI bots in multiplayer at the end of the day? That's what I'm aiming to find. At no point did I say these are 100% Activision run. I said I think these are. And in a lot of ways, even when I would get creative with it and go on these Alex Jones style rants, at the end, I would say, or it could just be coincidence. And this is, again, a factual thing. You can look it up in my videos. So I don't even, again, understand why his video needed to be made, other than people are taking what I'm saying and running with it. But I can't help like what they don't watch or what they do see. What would help, though, what would help clear all this up is if Activision and the devs just address this. But they won't. You know what else they won't address or haven't addressed for 5 years? Skill-based matchmaking. Guess what's real and getting addressed soon? Skill-based matchmaking. Do you see why people are kind of saying this is a thing? If they're this secretive over something, what's stopping them from being secretive about something else? Whenever I aim to show you guys the AI bots and stuff, and I say irrefutable proof that these are in the multiplayer, the titles are true. The videos are still true. The bots are in the multiplayer. They're player run, which I, had to find out just through the research I did. But yeah, there's camo bot lobbies. There's people using AFK scripts to not get kicked out of the lobby. And all this stuff is bad for the game. Like me bringing it to light is a good thing. I feel like the narrative with his video is that I'm spreading false information and people are running wild with it and stuff like that. But I can't control what my viewers do. I can't control what Ace's viewers do. I tried to keep it civil yesterday. My viewers made it personal. His viewers made it personal. It's just the internet. Like, we don't have as much control as we think. I will say this. I'm still going to keep it civil, but I am going to call him out for a lot of the things that he said that just weren't true. And I'm not just talking about my stuff, but a lot of the debunking he did. I covered it a bit in yesterday's video, but I had to go back and really analyze it because a lot of the debunking he did, he either glossed over things, cherry-picked things, or just flat out got stuff wrong, which is odd to me because he's a data guy. He knows these games in and out. And one thing he said in particular is just flat out wrong. I actually went back, all the way back to Call of Duty 4 to prove it. So I'm going to play his clip, and then I'm actually going to show you visual evidence that he's wrong.
In fact, we had a bomb angle spot just like that in Skid Row, and this is something the developers have patched now. But that was, of course, my first thought, is he probably saw his name tag through there. So what I did is I loaded up a match on Terminal with my testing account and my main account, set myself up in the same position, and I was wrong. The name tag doesn't show through that. However, the legs do. This is an area where clearly your character model will clip through that, and therefore when you're standing in that position, even if you're not a very good player, if you see some legs start to poke through a wall, you're gonna shoot those legs. And that's exactly what happened in that situation. Now, the kill cam didn't show that, but we already know from well over a decade of playing Call of Duty, you can't trust kill cams to be a perfect recording of what the enemy player saw. They are not recordings, they're simulations based on timestamps, and that has been established many times over the years.
And that rubbed me the wrong way because it's just not true. Look at this clip from COD 4 here. I actually went back and reinstalled COD 4 on PC. I went to Vacant, and I started clipping through a container. I put my legs to the back of it. As you can see, by the kill cam, my legs are right there. The kill cams are not so inaccurate that they're not going to show stuff like that. They're just not. And I remember playing, back in COD 4 and remembering this vividly, like sitting down in a container on Vacant or Shipment or something and someone shooting my legs through it. Not much has changed in 16 years, but what he said about this being exactly what happened, that's a lie. Unless he corrects himself, I'm going to call it like what it is. That's a lie. That's actually a lie. When you don't correct yourself, when you say like, this is what happened exactly, that's not being truthful. And I'm not trying to like ruffle feathers or whatever. I'm just showing you the actual truth here. You will see people clipping through kill cams. And the fact that he glossed over the other evidence that followed that immediately of the guy showing essentially an actual AI bot in private match doing the exact same thing is odd to me. I don't know why that wouldn't be shown at the very least and at least brought up in his video. It's just, it seems very cherry-picked. It seems a little dishonest, truthfully. He also claimed that the clips I'm showing in the videos where I'm showing these AFK scripts are from reverse boost lobbies. And people in reverse boost lobbies are going to see people running around with AFK scripts like this. But these aren't reverse boosted lobbies. At least we can't prove they are. In fact, I put them in the video, and I specifically stated in the video that I'm showing you these examples because the matches are very, very even. And what I was trying to show there is that if there are bots in multiplayer, then they're going to be in even matches to kind of like throw and even the odds here. That was my point I was trying to make. I don't know where he got the whole reverse boosting thing. He seemed to pull it out of thin air, or again, maybe he just didn't do the proper research. I don't know. I'm not trying to make this a video where I'm calling him out and saying he's intentionally misleading you guys, but the video's, I guess, whole tone is that I'm spreading misinformation within the community. I'm not. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this with limited resources. And this is the whole problem. This is the entire issue I have with the game, is that nobody talks to us. We are left to kind of figure out what's going on. And the fact that they haven't mentioned these AI bots at all it takes is it takes 10 seconds to tweet out something saying, hey, the AI bot rumors, they're not true. And I know I said that earlier, but it bears repeating because that's the entire reason people are up in arms in the first place. Because what else have they not talked about? Again, skill-based matchmaking. Their silence may as well be guilt, you know? It's just odd to me that they're not addressing it. And this should be the issue Ace should have went after, and not me, man. It should have been the fact that the devs and Activision do not talk to us. We are left in the dark. That's the entire reason I had to make these videos. I want to find out the truth. I also want to make entertaining videos. That little jab where he's implying like, hey, don't believe everything you hear because it's November, December, there's a lot of money to be made. Yeah, there's a lot of money to be made. But guys, the entire point of my channel is trying to be honest and give you guys the truth, no matter the cost, you know? And to imply that to me, going back and listening to it again, it's actually very disrespectful. And I don't appreciate it. I really don't appreciate it, because if you go back and actually watch the videos, and if you did the proper research on the videos, I know there's a lot, but you gotta sift through it if you want to make a good video regarding this. As it stands now, it's a bit of a defamation piece. Like, it's just not really factual either. It's not very well done, truthfully. And I would love to have Ace on the channel to discuss this further, or at the very least a follow-up video about this, because man, I don't know how else I can like checkmate you here other than what I showed. Everything I showed is actually true. You know what I mean? Like, it's on the channel. It's all there. I could show more clips where like he's just insinuating the wrong thing based on the community. And again, very hypocritical to make a video saying I'm spreading misinformation when his entire video is misinformation. Because what he's claiming I'm doing and what I'm doing, two different things, man. And again, entertainment aside, I try to always be honest with my viewers. But again, all this would be solved if Activision and the dev teams just talk to us. And the fact that we don't have that is gross. The fact that they're not doing anything about the actual player-run bot lobbies and the AFK scripts and the Cronuses and all that stuff, or they don't seem to be, is gross. It's just, I don't know, man. And now that the gameplay is over, I actually chose this random like reverse boosted regular match made gameplay because it's a weird one. This is like every single match I have where I match make normally. It's like dead even, and then people will leave in this razor close match. It doesn't make sense, especially when wins and losses actually matter now. It's bizarre, is all I'm saying. Very weird behavior. There's even a guy on the other team that times out at the very end of the match. And I go after the match and I go to my recent players just to try to see like what's going on. Like this is why everything's weird. There's names not showing up. There's people leaving at the very end of the match by timing out, which it could be coincidence. It could be lag. But again, it's strange behavior in a game that's very manipulated behind the scenes as far as EOMM, SBMM goes. And I would really like to see Ace make a video addressing Activision's silence on the matter. Like, that's my main issue. I simply want answers. If I don't get answers, I have to investigate myself. I think that's where the actual criticism should go to, and not me, and not even him. I think, like, we both have the same ideas at the end of the day. We both have the same concerns at the end of the day. We word them differently. We have different entertainment styles, obviously, but we got to get on the same page here, man. Again, you're welcome to come onto the channel and talk about this in more detail. If you can't because Activision's gonna, you know, cancel your stuff or whatever, I get that. They don't like me very much. I understand that, but I don't know. Consider this video a checkmate until then, because I don't know what else I need to say. I'm gonna leave you with one more clip, and then I'm gonna hit the old dusty trail. I'll see you guys on the next one. And man, I don't know. Not super happy watching the video back, because I wasn't initially going to respond to this, but one thing I've learned in life, and this is an actual true life lesson, not for funsies, not for the video, is that most of the time I regret not being meaner, not like putting my foot down more in regards to stuff in life. So consider this me putting my foot down. I hope you guys enjoyed. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Ring that notification bell if you really enjoyed. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Can anyone explain that? Please. I want to be wrong here. I don't make these videos saying like, hey, I think there's bots in the multiplayer and I think they're sabotaging the outcome of the matches and making them more even than they should be. Or perhaps, you know, dead weighting somebody who's doing too good or whatever. I don't want that to be true because I have to play this game for a fucking living. I don't want that to be true. I want you to disprove me. So this guy loads into the match here.
Need some parting advice?